Okay, this is still 3.5b, and the last video I did a greater than. Now I'm going to do an absolute value with a less than. So I also got this one from Hawks. So remember, what's the first thing we need to do? We need to put it in standard form, correct? So put, and do we remember what that means? That means we need the absolute value by itself and everything else on the other side of the inequality. So minus 3 is sitting there. I need to get rid of that. So I'm going to add 3 to both sides. So here's what I'm going to get. The absolute value is less than or equal to 3, and that is now in standard form. Now last time we had a greater than. This time and this is going to be an and. So we can use the and I'll show you that, or how I like to do these is I like to make them trying to think of the name of it, combination, or I like to put the 2x minus 9 in the middle, in between, and solve it like this. This is how I like to do it. Or you could use the and break it up. Oh, let me don't do that. I don't want you to get confused with and or. I'm just going to break this up and put an and between it. And then you can solve both of these. But I know some people like to do it that way. This is easier for me. Try it, it might be easier for you. Either way, you're gonna get, we're both gonna get the same answer. So I'm going to take this and I'm gonna rewrite it. I'm going to say negative 3 is less than or equal to 2x minus 9 is less than or equal to 3. Okay, and I am going to add 9 to each side, 3 sides, the middle and the outsides. Okay, so I'm going to get, let's see, 6 and 12. And then how do I get 2 alone? I'm going to divide all 3 sides by 2. Okay. So 3 is less than or equal to x is less than or equal to 6. And this is my algebraic notation. It's got the x, algebraic notation. Okay, if you just to make sure that you're okay, can you write this in set notation? Okay. So remember, and I think I have a problem on the quiz or exam where you have to write it in set notation. Make your set parentheses, and you're going to write X and draw a line, and then just bring this down. So this means all X such that 3 is less than or equal to X is less than or equal to 6, and close it up with another set bracket. Okay, what would it look like on the number line? Notice we have less than or equal to, less than or equal to. So are we going to use a bracket or a parenthesis? What do we use when we have the hash marks underneath the less than, each less than? Well, that means we're going to use a bracket. Okay, so this is graphed on the number line. I'm using brackets because I have less than or equal to, less than or equal to. And then interval notation, they also ask you, and I also ask you for that as well. So I'm just going to bring this right down. 3, 6. Okay? So remember, less than, you're going to use an and, or you could just set it up how I did. And let's go back. Let me go back and show you that we're going to get the same thing if we use the and. Okay, I just want to make sure you're okay with that. So let me rewrite that. And I've got -3. This is still the same problem if you want to use the and you don't like what I just did. Here's another way to do it. If you don't want to put them all together, if you would rather use the and, so we're just going to solve, and we're going to add 9. We're going to add 9. And this is going to go. We're going to divide by 2. Now, I know Kate Sims Drew talked about this in her video. We really want, it's easier if the X is on this side, or the left-hand side. So this really means X is greater than or equal to 3. When the X comes out front, this inequality sign flips. The less than becomes greater than. And now it's easier for you to graph. And let's finish up here. I'm just going to add 9 again to both sides. And this is going to cancel, and 3 and 9 is 12. And then I'm going to divide both sides by 2. X is less than or equal to 6. So this is another way to write the same thing that I got. So this is just another way to write this. So let me write that. This means this. You could write it either way. here, this matches up with this matches up with that. So just remember, when you see an or, you know it's a greater than with an absolute value. And we're going to use and if it's a less than with an absolute value. And I hope that helps you with your algebraic notation, your set notation, your interval notation, and your graphing as well. But if it doesn't and you need another video, let me know and I'd be more than happy to do one. Okay?